And hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Today we are playing Minecraft Parkour Egg. Look at that. That is one large egg. Alright. Yes, Parkour Egg. I'm pretty excited for this. I haven't played a He-like map in a long while. Normally they're a little bit on the easier side, so this should be a bit more relaxing than some of the maps I've been playing recently. They're fun nonetheless. I find He-like finds a really good balance between like it making it not difficult, but at the same time still making it enjoyable, compared to some maps where they go a little overboard on making things easy, and as a result the map ends up being kind of boring and just not as fun in general. But yeah, this is exciting. Oh, there's the first like big mistake. I think the record for this map, I was looking, it's like 9 minutes or something. Now that doesn't by any means mean that the map will be short, because He-like maps are pretty extensively speedran. Like out of all of the map creators I've seen, He-like does the best job, of facilitating a speedrun community. So usually the fastest times for these maps are pretty quick compared to how long the map's gonna take to just beat casually. I think since the record's 9 minutes for a first run through, it depends on how extensive the skips are, but I presume the map itself will probably be, 20-ish minutes, maybe a little longer. If some of the skips available though skip past like full sections, then it's looking a little bit different and should be a little bit longer than that. But overall, it already feels like we're making pretty good time. I don't know. I find with He-like maps they always look so nice too, but unlike some maps which sacrifice the fluidity of the parkour, He-like manages to make the map both look good and feel very fluid and straightforward in terms of where you're supposed to go. I find that sometimes when I play other maps, like one that we played a couple days ago, Parkour Town, was it? Something like that. Basically the entire time I was unsure where to go. And after I say all this, now we go this way. But after I say all that, of course, I end up being confused for a second. But I think He-like does a really good job of not confusing the point and making the maps confusing. So they're all very straightforward, but at the same time, they look really nice and appealing, unlike some other maps. Of course, that's not always 100% the law, like on a spot like this where I clearly missed the way. I think there was a door, was there not? I was probably supposed to go through the door. Am I really gonna get confused after talking that up so much? That's kind of ironic. I'm not gonna lie, that's kind of funny. Bro, that's amusing in its own right. Where would one go here? There's an iron door, but there's no way to get through it. It looks like it should have something to do with this, but there's fences blocking our path. That's why I'm confused. Is there a way to get up to this tree? Doesn't look like it. I am very much so confused. Is there a way up? Oh, we're supposed to come around the tree. I had the right idea in the first place when I was going back that way, but it just looked a little bit too secluded back there, so I kind of skipped past it mentally. All right, that's not too bad. Some of that was just me being a little stupid. Just because they do a good job of it compared to other map creators doesn't mean that it's perfect. Some parts of the map still end up looking a little confusing. And that's one of the spots where it's like, alright, the way that the map goes just looks a little confusing, because normally... Oh no. Oh no. I sense doom behind me. Oh, that falls up there too. I thought I was safe. That's awkward. That's pretty cool though. I like this. It's not super difficult, but it's cool to look at least. Am I supposed to... Oh, I'm probably supposed to get up there. Yeah, there's slime blocks in the water. I'm guessing they give me just enough bounce. Yep. Slime blocks in the water is one, like, feature that's become really common in maps that I'm not a huge fan of. I just don't think it's a really appealing type of jump. Oh. Like, I get it. It's kind of a neat gimmick, but at the same time, it's just... like, the way that the bounce comes out through the water isn't very satisfying, in my opinion, compared to normal slime jumps. I love these. What are they called? The drip leaves? Yeah, drip leaves. I think they're a really cool addition, though. Like, the way that they've affected parkour as a whole is just really neat. But, yeah. One other thing I like about He-like maps is they've found a way where they've added in... No, don't tell me. Don't tell me. No, you can't do this to me. I think I'm back a little bit. But they found a way to add in a lot of, like, underground sections and spots that kind of pad the length a little bit without overdoing it and making it feel like you're just going through large underground sections for no reason that don't really have any interest or value to them. Like, once again, I bring it back to Parkour Town, but that's just because the way that the map was set up was very clear that it was supposed to kind of flow along He-like map styles. I just feel like it did a couple of them a little wrong. Like, that map had very large, expansive underground sections that you spent more time in than the area that felt like it was supposed to be the core of the map. Whereas He-like maps do a very good job of bringing some of those underground sections in. A couple of them are occasionally fairly long too, but they never feel like they overwhelm the main portion of the map. And once again, I know I'm, probably being a little overly harsh on that one map, especially since I didn't see particularly any other maps by the map creator, so I presume they're not like a super long time experienced parkour map creator. So I don't want to seem like I'm being overly harsh on them by any means. I'm not, like, trying to diss that map. I'm just, pointing out some of the areas where it fell short that give a good example of why He-like maps don't fall short in comparison. And they've also, He-like maps has done far more maps than a lot of other map creators, and they've done a really good job with a lot of them. So, like, huge props to them on that. Alright. Let's slip through. Oh. These little lava sections always get me. I can normally avoid taking damage on them for the most part, but there's always that just, like, one spot where I slip up just a little bit. There's been a lot of doors on this map leading into the buildings. I keep, like, wanting to go check them all for shortcuts, but at the same time, I'm just, like, on a mission, But it wouldn't surprise me if there's a shortcut or two hidden within them. That is, yeah, follow the path out back. Alright. But that's this spot here is a great example too of how to make stuff flow neatly. Like, there's a main purple background, and then it gives you the pink kind of standoff concrete powder that takes you down the path that you're supposed to go by comparison. which makes it very easy to not get confused about the specific way you need to go. And even on like that little mushroom there, where they gave a little pathway along it, where that's not a spot you'd normally be getting confused at anyway, but there's still kind of that extra mile within the map creation to make it very clear on which way you're supposed to go, which is neat in its own right. All right, where do we need to go now? I'm guessing there's slime blocks or something under there. Nope. But there's a portal down here. Oh. Okay. This this area is interesting. Beds are something because they're like, they get that little bit of bounce. So sometimes they can be used like a slime block. But for the most part, they don't give quite enough bounce, and you still take fall damage on them. So it's, you know, there's a little bit there where like the bounciness isn't all that useful, and it's more of just something that kind of annoys players sometimes. Oh. Okay. I can never get over how weird water jumps are. Like, it's an interesting form of jump, but it feels really weird. Alright. A lot of ice. I really, like, ice sections are very controversial for me. Because on one hand, they can feel really nice when you get going with a lot of speed on one and the jumps are fairly easy. But they can also be some of the most annoying jumps in the game. Just one of those things. Alright, a little bit of the blue wood. Interesting. It all died. Rip. Okay. Another slime jump. How far are we? Oh, we're getting pretty close to the top. How long have we taken? Like 12 minutes? Oh, what the? Oh. I think we're probably making alright time. 12 minutes and we're just about at the top. The record was like 9 minutes. You know, we probably have at most like 5 minutes left on this map. So like overall, I think we're probably making pretty good time. Like, not enough to contest for a leaderboard spot or anything, but like good enough time for a first run where I feel good about it. Heal-like maps are also one map form that I have heavily considered speedrunning. I've had a couple maps where I've done a couple runs that have come out with alright-ish times, but I've always been a little bit discouraged from it just because I struggle so much with slime skips and stuff like that. I think slime skips got removed though for the newer versions. I'm not positive on that one, so don't quote me on it. But yeah, some of those couple tricks that are in place that I struggled with kind of discouraged me whenever I've tried to speedrun one of these maps. But one day, if I ever like get the gusto, I guess, to do it, I might sit down and try to speedrun one of these maps. I don't know though. We'll see. Where? Like, there's nowhere I can go off of these slime blocks here. I need something higher to jump off of. And I'm guessing the slime blocks are probably for something like that. Oh, do we... Wait, no, this is where I came from. Can I get up there? I don't think so. I can jump onto these fences, but there's no benefit of that. Once again, I am very, very confused. Where do I go? Like, if I follow the gravel path, it leads back here. And that just goes down into areas we've been before. No benefit to going down there, I don't think. That's too far to make. I'm all of a sudden... Oh, there's a pressure plate here. Nope. Nothing. Okay, the pressure plate does matter. Okay, that's a little sneaky. You know, if that sort of thing was all throughout the map, I'd probably get a little frustrated, but since it's just something that's popping up for one section, I don't really mind. I'm guessing once again there's probably a pressure plate somewhere that I need to find. I'm guessing. Because that would follow kind of the theme. Either that or it's on the timer from the first pressure plate I pushed. No, there's a button. There's a button this time. Whee! Alright. And now this is the direction that jump comes from. Oh, that's a trippy teleport. The teleports are also fascinating to me, the way He Like Maps does them. I know I've been singing the praises of He Like Maps basically the entire time. Whoa. But when they use the teleporters, there's a lot of map creators that will like take you halfway across the map with a teleporter, and you have to go a super long distance. Did everything just die in front of me? You have to go a super long distance to get back to where you were before. But He Like Maps doesn't tend to do that. Like you'll get a teleporter and it'll generally... Where am I supposed to... Do I need to get on top of this melon somehow? But you'll generally not get overwhelmed with super far teleports that take forever to get back from and stuff like that some maps will do. Okay. We're good. It's very nerve. No! Okay. Let's just jump back to the roof. Be patient. Alright. Now, I think I need to, wait for everything to die so I don't get the water bit there. That was a neat section. I've played plenty of maps that do stuff like that before. They did a pretty good job with it. I think I've probably played maps that do that sort of like changing midway through as you do it better, but that was pretty nice. All right, more jumps over slime blocks. I hate like having to walk over slime blocks for normal jumps. It's like just that glue feeling you get while walking through it can be annoying. There we go. How close are we to the top? We're like right about there. 18 minutes. So when I said there was probably about 5 minutes left in the map, looks like that was a little bit off. I don't know if it's just because I'm making bad time or if it's just the map was had a bit longer left than I expected. Looks like we come around here. But still, this has been a pretty nice map. I'm guessing there's probably some pretty good skips you can get somewhere throughout the map, since we're looking at 8 minutes for the record. I didn't make bad time. I made some, like, there were a couple levels that I made pretty bad time on, but on a lot of levels I feel like I made pretty decent time. So I'm guessing there's probably a skip or two that it's up a pretty large amount. Where? Ah, they're here. Got it. Everything's so pink. Alright. And over here. More iron. The whole raw iron blocks, I don't know. They look... The concept is also just so weird for me. The idea of a raw iron block. I guess I still haven't really liked the concept of raw iron in the first place. Now, the one thing I like about it is it does open the possibility, you know, fortune and stuff being used on them. But I think back to a couple mods I played, like way back when, where they had versions of Fortune that worked on ores and stuff. But they managed to make it where after you mined a block, you couldn't just like replace it and the Fortune would work again. The Fortune would only work once, but it would work on the ore the first time you dug it, so you still got that Fortune effect. So like I get where the raw iron's coming from with that stuff, or the raw minerals. It kind of adds a bit more uniform of a feeling to it, and it allows the possibility of Fortune to be used on basically everything. It's just, I don't know. I don't really like it. Now where am I supposed to go here? Oh, yeah, no duh. I'm stupid. Alright. No blocks. It's so cursed. What blocks are under those that make the note blocks make those types of sound? I really want to mess more with note blocks. Like, I've done such a small amount with them. I messed a little bit with them, but just very tiny amounts. And I think note blocks are something that'd be really fun to like learn in depth how to use them to be able to make like full length songs and stuff in Minecraft. Which is funny because like I've never been the super musically inclined type. Like I learned a little bit of piano when I was younger, but that's it. Like that's all I've ever done for music related stuff, and it was a very small amount. Like I can still like read sheet music, but I can't like play piano anymore. I can't read it fast enough to even really attempt to play piano. But like note blocks for whatever reason just appeal to me in the way they work. Oh, we need to go around this way. Coral used his tree branches for warped log. That's interesting. But yeah, so maybe one day I'll more thoroughly learn to use note blocks. Maybe if I come back to the survival series, we'll do some more there rather than just like, you know, 3 notes used for entering the chest room and stuff. Maybe I'll find a way to make it a little more, make some more complex songs and stuff in there. I don't like the noise of that. Okay. I'm a little not sure about this whole bit here, but I don't like that. Oh, snap. Everything got really, really dark there for a second. Find vision jump boost. Do I go back up now? It all says infinite, so I guess I probably go back up the stairs. That flickering light feels trippy. That's pretty neat though. Like, bring us down in a section to go get jump boosts so that we can come back up and do who knows what with it. Oh, reach the end. Yeah, the end. Let's go. What grade do I get? What grade do I get? Thanks for play. Is there no grade system for this map? Final time, 23 minutes and 7 seconds. Rank, what's gonna be A? All right, I'm satisfied with that. I feel like I could have gotten that in under 20 minutes if I had just done a little bit better with the pathing. Like if I had known beforehand where I needed to go for the pathing, I think I could have gotten under 20 minutes. I don't know what it required for S rank on this map though, because normally the S ranks require a pretty fast time. But anyway, guys, I hope you all enjoyed. This was fun. I always enjoy He-like maps. There's something about the way that they're built that's just really satisfying. It's not really difficult. The challenge is far more in trying to do it fast rather than just trying to do it. Like they're usually easy enough to just do if that's your only concern. I also liked the kind of egg shape. It was a little trippy, especially since the top section felt so long, even though, you know, you reach the top of the egg, it's a little smaller around. But that might have just been because I was confused on a section or two. But anyway, guys, I would like to thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next one. God bless. Bye-bye.